Okay, so here we are for you, Aries. Let's have a look. Just checking here. So that's you, okay, Aries. This is Tarot Lumination with your love relationship report for March 2018. We're going to work with the crucible spread on the understanding that there's you, a significant other, and the relationship itself. So the relationship is like a bowl, like a crucible, which is a very, very strong structure that they use in science experiments, in which very, very tumultuous, let's say, chemical interactions can happen in a place of safety. You know, the crucible is very, very strong. And a really healthy relationship, the crucible itself is where you invest all your energy and time to make sure that the relationship is sound, so that all the ups and downs that happen in the relationship can occur successfully and safely. So for you, Aries, we've been, well, it's the same for everybody. We've been dealing with the eclipses, the Leo, Aquarius stuff, but right now, all the action is in March. It's all about the Pisces Virgo axis, and there's a big full moon at the beginning of the month with Virgo moon, Pisces sun, and then later in the month, or I think it's the 17th, we've got the new moon eclipse, not an eclipse, pardon me, just the Pisces new moon, and it's going to be pretty heavy duty. Why? Well, because of this. Okay, that's all let's forget that. Let's just go straight here. So pretend this is your own chart, all right, Aries, because you're on the horizon right here. This would be you here. This would be your Pisces energy, your 12th house energy. So right now, coming up, even at the end of February, there's a massive Pisces stellium already in place, and it's going to go on stretched out in one form or another for at least a couple weeks until March 4th. That's a big deal. So you've got Sun, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, and Chiron all piling up, and eventually at the end of the month, the moon's going to be here too. So there's a huge, huge emphasis here in your 12th house, which is all about the undoings, the winding down, or the spiritual, let's say, funeral, about a whole year cycle in which you have just lived. So you now are just tidying everything up, clearing everything up, dealing with everything that needs to be dealt with, and burying what needs to be buried so you can start all over again. And with the Pisces energy here, with this massive stellium, with a special emphasis on Chiron, it could be very, very delicate time for you. It could be that all your weaknesses, all your worst habits of self-undoing, self-medicating, how you dig yourself in a hole, everything and anything that you've done to undermine yourself could be exposed during this time. And you might get a stark awakening right at the beginning of the month, because the moon's going to be over here. You realize, oh my gosh, a lot of this is just bad habits, poor lifestyle choices, or whatever you want to call it. And then a few weeks later, when the moon is back over here, you're going to realize, I really need to clean things up. I really, really need to get my stuff together. So sometimes a lot of 12th house energy can feel really uncomfortable for a lot of us, no matter where this is. Like, you know, wherever the 12th house is for you, that can be a place where, you know, you need rest, you need healing. That's the house of hospitalization, house of imprisonment, the house of self-undoing. Of course, it's also the house of the highest frequencies of Neptune energy, which is universal love and spirituality. But when we come to this part in our lives, we often have reached like we're almost like a roadkill by this point, where we've done everything we can to get through this, and now all that's left is the rubble and the leftovers and the carcasses of our lives. And then we have to start all over again. Yes, we can celebrate the divinity, but in practical terms here on earth, a lot of it can feel challenging. So I'm just giving you a heads up, okay, Aries? Don't take it personally. This will change, because by the end of March, everything's going to change, because it's all going to be about Aries energy, April, all of that stuff, okay? So hang in, all right? Just hang in, Aries. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals, sorry. We're just going to keep it very, very simple, the way the cards were made. All right, thank you very much. Cards are well shuffled in advance, even before we roll, but I like to go to the last second so that you're a witness. Here we go. I'm going to really break it up that way. There we go. There we go. All right. So what's going on, Aries? Think of this as the love vibe that you are radiating. Think of yourself like a cell phone or a lighthouse. Okay. So in the laws of attraction and everything, what would that attract back to you? And like, even if you're single, you're still radiating energy, and by limbic resonance you can attract someone like this, perhaps. If you're already in a significant relationship, consider this as their energy. Okay, going deep inside of you, Aries, going deep inside of the other, going to the core, the relationship itself. There is the crucible. That is the bowl in which both parties are conducting themselves in the context of a chosen relationship. Here is the momentum. Okay, here's circumstantial energy. Remember, this is all about you, Aries. It's not a couple's reading. They are here with you. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So my feeling is that deep down, Aries, you're either feeling like it's about time I take this really seriously. I take this whole tarot astrology stuff a lot more seriously and see it as an investment in my future, my well-being. Also, I feel with this energy here, you're feeling that it's really important to take your relationship seriously as well, and understand that it is like a long-term investment program. Like, it isn't all just about what happens under the covers, or how much money do they have, how much money do you have, are they fertile, are we going to live in a cool neighborhood, or are we going to start from scratch, what are we going to do, is it all about we're doing this because all our friends got married, whatever it is. This is a real awakening here, that it's a realization to see that these significant relationships are an investment, like an investment program. It's very serious stuff. It's important that you invest in the relationship, and that you're relating with someone who invests in the relationship too. And you make it your day job. You make it the most important thing in your life. Okay, so you got a career and you're awesome, and they've got a career and they're awesome, or you have all the money and they're just gorgeously hot and sit at home and just wait for you to make out. However it works for you guys, it's still an investment where you realize, my gosh, like, if you think of a relationship, for a lot of people, relationships are some of the most important things in their lives. It's not that way for everybody, but if you think of it that way, it's something in which you invest. You don't just, it's not something you go out and get and then you exploit it and extract what you can. It's quite different from the Tarot Lumination perspective. It's something where you radiate the love that you want and you deserve, and then that's what you attract, and it comes to you. And when you get that, you recognize it, accept it, allow it, bring it in, and then you continue to invest. Okay? Let's have a look. What's going on? So at least you're seeing things happening. It might not be happening yet, but you're at least getting a glimpse here in March about how things are getting set up for you for the next yearly cycle, when it all starts again in April-ish, end of March for you, Aries. Okay, so it's like seeing like your reality coming into existence, and it's kind of a turn on, like, oh my gosh, this is actually, that has a chance to happen. I've been investing and investing and investing for so long. Or maybe I haven't invested enough and I'm realizing I really need to invest, and make this my day job, like I'm a farmer. Like, I get up every day and I do something to keep and grow and nurture and invest in the home, the love, and the relationship. Yes. Awesome. And I'm starting to see results. Okay. So it's maybe not time to, let's say, enjoy all of that yet, but witnessing, it's to me, it feels here, it's about the witnessing of reality coming into being, like almost like, I'm taking it too far if I say dreams coming true, but it's more like reality checks here. Like, you're actually starting to see the substance of a love relationship come into play. Let's have a look at the other, because you are relating someone who's literally bringing it in. So to me, it feels like both of you are in a sort of a very early stage here right now. No matter whether you've been together for a long time or not, it feels like this particular chapter, this moment, this little reading is all about an awakening, that there are new horizons ahead, and it's not just at the planning stage, it's already in motion, and you're starting to see it happen and come into you, and they are already investing as well. To me, it feels like they're investing what they feel is important, which is the love itself, the actual raw ingredient. And you combine that with circumstantial energy, it's very, to me, this feels like very good news for you, Aries. It's almost like you just got really, really lucky. You, Aries, got really lucky to be with someone who sees you worthy of their investment, worthy of them bringing love into this relationship. Not just for you, but for the relationship. They see this because they understand this and they recognize this, okay? They understand that it's an investment. You're planting seeds for the future, like a farmer, tending the relationship like a good farmer, okay? Deep inside of you, what's going on? Okay, it's all right, Aries, if in some ways you're innocent. We're all innocent when it comes to love to some degree. But the cool thing here is that I think you are recognizing how awesome this is. Like deep at your soul, you're realizing, well, I thought it was, you know, just, I thought love was a certain way, and, things just kind of went along, and then just stuff happened, and then you fall in love, and then, but no, it's a much bigger deal than that. That's what I'm sensing here for you, Aries, where it's like we're talking big love here, where it's deliberate choices to, on a daily basis, you at the soul level, Aries, are relating with someone who on the day-to-day level is making deliberate, conscious daily efforts to infuse the relationship with love. And that might be a whole new phenomenon and experience to you. It's just like, wow, is that how you do it? Is that how it really works? And yes, it is. Wow, well, that's so cool. I wish I'd known that earlier. Well, it doesn't really matter, Aries, because it's happening now. And it could be feel very refreshing and invigorating for you to actually start to see this stuff happening, because it looks like they are fully determined. It's like it's their number one priority, the relationship, you and the relationship, because they see the benefits for themselves. They are willing to walk away from the wars and the dramas of life, which would normally occupy your full spectrum of awareness. And instead, they're saying, you know what? The most important thing is the love. Number one, not the career, not the job, not your looks, not the car, not the kids, not the bank account, nothing. This is the most important thing, and that's what they are going to bring to the relationship. Thank you very much as part of their contribution to the long-term investment plan here. Thank you very much. So what's going on inside of them? But it means it's like they might be deeply wedded to a pre-existing way of life, which they are aware is coming to an end. And nothing good or bad about that. It's just, it's over, and it's things are going to change and evolve and grow and move on. But there's not a lot from their perspective. It's worth it. It might be a little bit scared here because it might be feeling like they're getting drawn into things that they don't even fully understand themselves. Like up here, this is fully conscious, chosen relationship dynamics. But deep inside of themselves, they know in some ways that they are just as innocent as you, and that they are going to go through their own learning process just as you're going to go through your learning and growing and evolving process, coming from a point of innocence. They're coming from a point of deep awareness of what can happen in deep soul changes like this, where it can often mean leaving behind a lot that was deeply loved. And that happens. We have what I call lifestyle package deals, and sometimes they become redundant, they become obsolete. It's just like a movie, it's over. Maybe there's 8 huge epic movies in terms of love life where this person has lived, and now these are all over, that it's all history, and now we're starting all over again. But when it comes to the starting again, it's very much going into almost the twilight zone here from their perspective. It's not a problem for you. It's not a problem for the relationship. This is just personal for them. Like deep inside, it means they're going to be consciously and deliberately and willingly leaving a lot behind, which could include troublesome things that, constitute life. Some people are very deeply wedded to their past, their history, their dramas, all their love lives, the things that they've wanted, the things like just like ending stories, like pub stories, tell stories you tell at the bar or around campfires to your friends and everything, and they become so consuming that you think that's your life. But they are realizing that, well, it's not. Your life is right now. And what's happening right now is this and this with you and you. And it just means, as far as they're concerned, that means, okay, well, I just have to keep going because a new lifestyle package deal is starting to unfold right now. Even though they have no idea what it means for real, or what the context is, or what the raw and what the material outcomes are going to be. All that they know is that they have to do this, and they're going to invest, and they are totally on board. Huh, wow. Okay, with the Two of Wands here, my feeling is that it's kind of like a business. It's almost like, okay, we're going to do this. When you get two people who literally form a bond and they boldly and courageously do that thing, go boldly into the unknown, whatever that TV show is, I forgot. And to the point where you, in your desire to evolve and grow from your place of innocence, realizing that good new things are happening, their determination to bring love in is the number one priority, and their willingness to leave anything and everything behind, except what really counts here in the relationship, translates into a new journey unfolding for both of you. The relationship itself is a brand new journey that has a lot of options open to it in front of itself. And the thing is, you are both deeply participating in this, and you are both investing in this. So that's a good thing here. When you've got all these delicious pentacles here and all these delicious cups here being poured into and invested into the relationship, knowing that, you're both kind of innocent here. There's both of you have a lot to learn and what you're doing and where you're going, but that's a good thing. It's almost like a new adventure. It's like the relationship is going to be exciting. It's going to be an adventure. You're going to have to make plans that are going to have deep implications over the long-term future. But we're at the very early stages here of a whole new life, a whole new beginning here for you, Aries. It's really kind of cool. It's kind of exciting. It's like going on an epic journey, leaving whatever else you knew behind, especially for them. Wow, it's an inspiration. Look at these wands. Look at this. Look at these wands. It's almost like the relationship itself becomes this thing which is inspiring. The relationship is inspiring. Like if other people saw you and watched you, they would think, God, you guys are like freaky, weird, cool couple. How exactly are you doing what you're doing? What's the plan here? And you don't really have an answer right now, except like, I don't know, we just know we've got something special. We're going to go with it. We're going to invest in it. We're investing in ourselves, in our love life, and that's the most important thing. Okay, it's a joint decision here. They're bringing in all the love. I'm bringing on you, the Taurus. You're bringing in all the like the with the passion to actually get it to work. You put all the ingredients together and you get this awesome thing here where it starts to eventually have a life of its own, which becomes dignified and recognizable to others and to yourself, where you realize the whole relationship is about bringing each other into your most dignified version of yourselves. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of goodness. By investing more and more, treating it as a long-term investment program, making love the most important priority and the ingredient, you can see how it feeds on itself and grows on itself and turns into a journey that just gets better as it goes along, where you both literally get to be your own awesome individual selves in the context of this amazing relationship. The relationship, I feel, is very, very supportive of each other becoming this thing. And you realize it more, and it's like the more and more you do this, the better it gets for you, Aries, and the better it gets for them too. So that's a very strong incentive and motivation to keep going and keep going like this. investing and investing, growing and growing and growing, like you would take on a small business or a farm and growing it together and seeing how good it can be. Starting from a high degree of innocence, a high degree of not exactly knowing how the plans are going to work. In a way, it doesn't matter. What counts is the intention. The intentions are very good here. The intentions are very, very good here. Well founded, very, very genuine, honest, and true. Let's have a look. Let's just squash this up a little bit. And we're going to leave it at that. You can reinterpret, watch your sun, moon, rising, squish it all together, and do your cross-watching for the significant others. So I'll put this over here as a reference, but there's your spread. There's your reading. Okay? All the best, Aries. Thank you for choosing Tarot Illumination. Bye-bye.